we should be good to go. My mic was muted for a second there. I'm sorry about that. Well, that is to say, we will be good to go in just a minute. I'm still putting the link out. But it won't be long. I promise you that. Just got to put the link out to a few friends now, and then I promise we'll get started. Honestly, I've been wanting to get into this all day. I've been sitting here staring at it. Shut up, phone. I'm sitting here staring at it on the dashboard, I guess you call it, of the PS4. Just waiting for the time to stream. But of course, schoolwork should come first. So I've mostly been working on that today. But yes, I think everything's done now. We can finally get started. Sorry that took so long. Alright, there we go. Alright, for those of you who didn't see the last one or don't remember it, last time we played, we kind of found a dead body who looked like they'd been stabbed, I want to say.
Shit! What the hell are you doing back here?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't remember quite why I came here.
Wait, let me guess. You stole some of my files, or hacked my brain, or used telepathy or some shit. Found out someone else got hit by your little ghost in the machine, and when you got there, found out he was deader than New Disco.
New Disco?
That close enough?
That is distressingly accurate.
Well, it wasn't much of a damned guess. Charlie Nova is dead.
Huh.
What? Charlie is...
The autocab he was in drove him right off the bridge and into the bay. It's been all over the news for the last 10 minutes, and I'm not looking to be next. I'm getting the hell out of NeoSF, and I'm gonna forget that I ever saw you, ever knew Charlie, ever gave a shit about any of this. Hell, maybe I'll pick up a new career. I'm less likely to get murdered for being a fry cook, that's for damn sure.
Fair enough.
Have a good life!
Well, shit.
Oh no! No! Why is this happening? There was no one in that car! No heat signatures, no wireless emissions, nothing! That wasn't even an auto cab! It's a manual!
So somebody put a brick on the gas pedal. Think a little more 20th century, Turing. Okay, fine. How is that even possible?
I don't know! I don't know! That's it! This is too much! I've had enough! I don't care who's controlling the news anymore!
The cops who seem to be getting closer to us might.
Almost everyone we've talked to so far has died, and I can't live with any more blood on my hands! We're not investigating this lead any further. As of right now.
So that's it? You're just gonna give up just like that?
I'm just done. We're completely out of leads, and I can't even imagine watching anybody else die. I couldn't handle that. Perhaps Tomcat is finished going through all of the data we found.
Trophy earned, The Pale Rider. For one, really good Clint Eastwood movie. Two, if you don't know, the rider on the pale horse was Death.
Let's head back to the apartment for now. Ah, home sweet home again, such that it is. And before you say anything, I don't feel the need to talk over the events of the day. Too much has happened. I've already forwarded everything we rooted out to Tomcat, both Hayden's research and our aborted search into the modified mesh articles. They said they would be over in the morning to discuss our next steps. I'd suggest that we both get some rest.
Okay.
Perhaps things will look better in the morning, but I have a feeling we're going to be even busier than ever. Good night.
You know, I legitimately don't even remember how we got involved with the altered mesh articles. I don't remember who put us onto that story. Maybe it was Tomcat? It was probably Tomcat. Tomcat's pretty much our only frequent contact. December 23rd.
Rise and shine, you sleepy layabouts.
Hey, Tomcat, how did you get into my apartment?
We've got a whole crop of things to do and not a lot of time to get them done. Hardly had to blink to crack your door. Did you know that it's just a knockoff of the Secugate M/14723-B?
Did you know that I don't care and what you're doing is illegal?
Why'd you make the entry code the birthday of your first dog anyway?
How did you know it was the birthday of my first dog?
That's what I asked.
Turing, were you in on this?
Anyhow, I felt a little silly when I realized your window was propped open and I could have just used that.
Or you could have knocked.
Huh, deja vu.
Y'all should be more careful about that. Though, I can't blame you much. Climate control in here seems a bit lacking in the stamina department.
I get it, my house sucks. Can we just get back on track?
No worries, doll.
What have you learned from the files we sent you?
Nothing all that new, to be honest. All the files we got from that Vincent fella just covered what we already knew in greater detail. There is one thing that stands out, though. At least from what I've read so far.
Oh?
Yeah. See, Hayden's long-term goal wasn't to make a machine intelligence per se, right? Don't take it the wrong way, Turing. You might even already be aware of this after talking to folks involved in your creation. Hayden wanted to make a machine system that could contain human-like intelligence. And even just from his notes, his programming work is, well, it's something else.
You'd say that again.
Elegant. Artful. I'm just a kid banging on pots and pans compared to him.
What am I then? Me with no technological knowledge hanging out with this expert hacker and super smart robot friend?
Looking at his notes about my interfacing between your AI core and the Lips OS, I barely managed to duct tape the two together at a level he'd approve of. But I think I'm getting off track here.
Maybe. Just a little. I'm barely keeping up, honestly.
What I'm trying to say is, he didn't write your code, Turn. No one did.
Beg your pardon?
Hayden wrote a program that automatically generates a new machine intelligence based off of the hardware profiles the system is installed on.
Melody mentioned something about that. What does that mean?
Exactly. Assuming we can get our hands on Turn's original source code, we could generate new machine intelligences as we please.
Essentially giving birth to a new species, as it were. For lack of better wording.
You wouldn't be the only one anymore, Turing.
Oh. Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
I hardly know what to say.
But once you consider the stuff I found in the research, it gets a damn sight more complicated.
Of course.
Stuff about Big Blue and Parallax's planned launch.
It can never be simple. Cat, what are you doing over there? I don't know if you could hear it, but there's some weird noises coming from the corner of my room.
Vincent speculated that Hayden's research into me would have interfered with the launch. And that's why they...
Turing.
That's why someone had him killed.
The potential for wrongdoing with an AI like Big Blue is almost beyond belief.
Yeah, Big Blue came off sounding downright dangerous.
Even if I don't go into all the crooked shit the people running Parallax could pull off with it.
Which you really don't have to. Most people would probably think of it on their own.
I mean, you're built different, Turing.
You could say that again.
Your personality profile would degrade pretty quickly outside your original hardware, so we don't gotta worry too much about you going haywire, right? But Big Blue ain't got that limitation. If it decides to go off the rails, well, we'd be screwed faster than a rabbit in spring.
That's a hell of an analogy, Tomcat.
Good and proper.
How likely is that?
I'd say it's inevitable. Guaranteed. In fact, in a sense, it's already happened.
That's what I thought you were gonna say. Yep.
What?
Their prototype build. Baby Blue. I'm almost certain it's loose on the mesh. The research notes on the project show, clearly and with certainty, that the test AI was shut down once it tried fiddling with the data on the meshnet in the hope that it would increase its chances of survival. I guess it didn't think that doing scary shit like that would get it turned off. But that was almost a year ago.
Vincent told us about all of this too.
Well, I think Baby Blue is the bugger that was changing all those articles on the mesh to be pro-parallax or at least anti-human revolution.
Do you think Baby Blue had anything to do with the attacks on Nanya, Shitaro, Charlie, and Zin?
I don't know. We can't rightly rule it out. It might have found an agent in the real world to keep its existence secret, but I doubt it. Killing people is messy as hell, and it runs against its apparent goal of convincing the public that AI ain't scary. I think we have a third party trying to clean it all up.
It would make sense.
And my money is on someone from Parallax. Whoever took out Hayden. I'll bet they're in full damage control mode now.
I have a theory.
We already know they don't care who gets hurt.
I can't remember his name, but we did meet him earlier in the story. So how does this tie back to Turing?
I think we gotta do something to stop the launch of Big Blue. It's too dangerous. I don't want a company like Parallax in sole control of the most powerful machine intelligence on the planet. Do you? If we can get Hayden's original source code for Turing and upload it onto the mesh through Parallax's server core, we can turn every single ROM into a sapient individual. That'll stop Big Blue from being able to become the monolithic threat we're scared of.
Yeah, but it might create a new one.
We could also upload a patch for every ROM to prevent Big Blue's reach from using their resources. Without the ability to control all ROMs, Big Blue loses its ultimate power.
Hey, you're not wrong about that.
And I wouldn't be alone anymore. There would be millions. Hundreds of millions of ROMs just like me.
Well, you're cutting edge of ROM tech, Turing. Most of today's ROMs wouldn't be quite as smart or capable, but if I do it right, code should propagate across the mesh to all future ROM activations. It'll be a self-sustaining thing. You'll be in good company soon enough.
It's a big decision. We're talking about the metaphorical singularity. The point of no return. Is it okay for us to make this decision for the entire world?
We don't have any other choice.
Well, we do. We could say no.
This is gonna happen, one way or another. Either Parallax gets to control the debut of worldwide machine intelligence, or we let the ROMs control themselves.
What do you think?
I think it's definitely a bigger decision than I think I would be able to make.
I hope you don't kiss your mama with that mouth, but you're right.
Well, whether the world is ready for AI or not, we're here to stay. I might as well throw my chips in for my own side. Let's do this! On our terms, not theirs.
Yes. I love nothing more than a little anarchy.
It does have a certain poetic justice, does it not? Parallax removed Hayden to protect their project from his creation, and now I, his creation, will bring their project down. Just for what's right. Perhaps after all ROMs are sapient, I will be able to convince them to cut off Parallax's access to the mesh as a data collection tool entirely.
I can't help but feel like we're trading off Skynet for the Matrix.
Paying them back double indeed.
I like the way you think, Turing. First things first, we need to get our hands on Turing's source code. The research notes we've gotten so far are helpful, and it's given me an idea how to spread a little bit of Turing all over the place, but they don't actually have Hayden's programs. I can't replicate them myself, so we'll have to steal them.
Thankfully, we have the best hacker in Neo SF right here.
Don't you make me blush now. We can get the source code from one of Parallax's secondary data centers. It's probably stored in a couple of different places, but I already have one in mind. I've done a little groundwork already, but I'm gonna need physical access to do my thing.
I suppose that's us then.
You're a peach, hon. I've got a couple of ideas on how to get y'all in, but I think we're gonna need to mostly play it by ear. We should do it soon, though. First thing this morning. Guard shift don't change until 8 when the office opens, so they'll be sleepy and distracted. Once y'all have done that, I think I can incorporate the code into a custom firmware update that'll wake any ROM it's installed on. I'll have to upload it, physically, to Parallax's main server farm. And that's on Treasure Island. From there, the ROMs will install like a normal patch from the company. So, don't set anything on fire right away, you hear? It'll be a pain to get into the main complex otherwise.
That sounds like a workable plan. I hope you don't mind if I take a short walk, Tomcat. I know I gave the go-ahead on this, but I still need to think a few things through for myself.
Sure thing, doll. I'll hash out a rough plan by the time you get back. Call us if you need anything.
Thank you. I won't be long.
Well, I guess I should say thanks for helping out. But I kinda need to get something off my chest.
Honestly, Tomcat, you've been helping me more than I've helped you.
I'm actually glad Turing went out. They're a bit naive, and I'm not sure they'd really understand. There's enough shit to worry about without me piling more on top. I don't even know where to start.
You're not filling me with confidence here, darling.
The beginning. Yeah, okay. So, the truth is, I'm not from North Carolina. I only visited my gramps there. I'm California born and raised. Napa Valley. Over the years, it's kind of grown into a community of wealthy old folk who like things and people who don't change. My parents were no exception, and I was a little too different for their tastes. It was hard, growing up with them.
So what you're saying is your accent's fake, but you haven't stopped doing the fake accent.
They never gave me too much hell, but things were tense. Especially after my sister Catherine moved out. Eventually, she was set up securely in Neo SF, and she offered to let me live with her until I got out of school. I think my parents were a little relieved to see me out. I was ecstatic to be free of them. I worshipped the ground my sister walked on. And that was before I found out what she did for a living. She was flashy and colorful and a whirlwind of activity. And she was a brilliant hacker. She was Tomcat. She let me learn at her feet, and once I was good enough, folded me into her little coup of crackers hell-bent on changing the world. She's the one who orchestrated the original hack on Parallax, exposing to the world the holes in their original meshnet security. I was just along for the ride. She always knew she would get caught, though. How could she not? Parallax is one big Goliath, and she flinged a stone square in their face. She was looking at serious jail time, and willing to eat it to do what we all thought was right. But it just wasn't right. It wasn't fair for her to throw her life away, and I couldn't let her. She was always better at software than hardware, so I rigged all of our computers to self-destruct. When the feds showed up at our door, All of our server farms were already up in smoke. I gave him quite a fireworks show. Before she could stop me, I turned myself in as Tomcat and took credit for the whole job. She tried to talk me out of it, but without the physical evidence, they couldn't prove she had anything to do with it. It's alright, though. It was for the best. I figured I'd just get a year of juvie. I'd be back out in no time. No big deal, right? Especially when compared to the time that she'd have been jailed for as an adult. And so, I waited patiently. I cooked up so many ideas on how I was gonna make it up to her. I knew she must have blamed herself. But before I ever got out, there was an accident. An auto cab hit my sister. She died on impact, and that was it. It's hard, blaming yourself when things go wrong because you did something right. I took her sentence so that she could have a life, and instead, not being in jail killed her. If I had just let her take the blame. I can't stop thinking about how she'd still be here. And no matter what I told myself, in my heart, I couldn't believe it was just an accident. Do you know how rare it is for those things to hit a human? Someone knew who she was. Someone knew what she did, and someone wanted to make sure she would never do it again. So I became Tomcat. I've spent years trying to find information inside Parallax to prove someone inside the company called a hit on my sister. Failing that, I've been trying to find a way to bring them down the way she always wanted. Catherine was... If you had met her, just for a moment, you would understand. She was everything I could ever want to be. But over time, that little bot has grown on me. Maybe you have too.
Do you honestly think we're still on the right course here?
I do. The threat of Big Blue is real, and we're the only ones who can do something about it. It's bigger than me and my vendetta. I just wanted to get that all off my chest.
Trophy earned. Hack the world.
My sister, she'd smack me if she knew I've been holding this grudge. I'm trying to learn to forgive myself. Still, I won't let her go unavenged. We're so close to bringing them all to justice. I know she'd be proud. I know if she were here, she'd be right next to us, helping until the end.
Not to ruin the mood, but I feel like just because we stop Big Blue doesn't mean that we're bringing Parallax to justice. I feel like that just means that we're stopping them from doing something this one time. It's not like we're keeping them from doing it forever. I mean, it's gonna be like EA and the Battlefront 2 loot boxes. They'll just come back and do it again.
I've been carrying all this for so long, and I finally feel like I'm getting somewhere. Thanks for hearing me out. I hope we can really do this.
Well, if there's one thing I'm good for, it's listening. It's talking back that's the problem.
Friends, I've returned.
So you have.
I'm ready.
Good. We've wasted enough time already. I've marked the location of the data center on your map.
Hooray.
You'll have to go in and get the source code mostly on your own, but I'll load on some programs that'll give you an edge.
We'll do our best, Tomcat. But what happened to your accent?
Oh, don't you worry about that. It comes and goes like a vagabond kitty. Now get going, you two. I have lots of code to write, and you have a lot of data to download. Stay in touch.
Of course, Tomcat. Thank you again.
Don't worry about it, hun. We've all been hurt by parallax. It's about time we hurt 'em back. Good luck.
Gods know we're gonna need all we can get. So can we go to the... Nope, we cannot go to the police station.
Oh, we're back here again.
I just went to the spot on the map where it said, hey.
Who knew a parallax data center operated on the same KCOB coalition block as Augmented Eye all along? I'm certain it's all a coincidence, but it's unsettling being back here.
I suppose it would be, seeing as we witnessed a murder.
It's the nasty kind of coincidence that makes you look for plots where there are none. The building we're looking for is over there, to the left. We should try to finesse our way in. We don't want to alert Parallax to our actions before we make our main assault on their server complex.
So you may or may not have been here for the last episode where I constantly tried to throw a brick at everything. But since I'm the kind of girl who just wants to solve her problems by throwing a brick at them, I don't think finesse is my strong suit.
I wish I actually had something to work on right now, but it is what it is.
You wish you had something to work on, you say? What if I threw a brick through a window? Would that help? A grungy maintenance truck is parked out in front of the building. From the looks of it, its clustered insides contain a solution to any possible breakdown or malfunction. Including a brick through a window? Can I even point at a window? Nope. Can I throw a brick at the plants? Nope. Oh well, I tried.
Sorry, this building isn't open to the public. If you're looking for the offices where we hold interviews, that's over on Bush and Leavenworth. But you may want to wait till after the holidays. I don't think anyone's around till 2065.
Well, let's go. We need some way past that receptionist. Perhaps we can make ourselves appear to be here on more official business somehow, like we're on duty.
Like dressing up like maintenance workers.
No one ever tries to stop you if you look like you belong. Oh, there's a maintenance uniform.
Of course there
Good
is.
thinking. If you were wearing that...
Hey! What do you think you're doing? Get out of there.
Sorry, mister. Oh, drat. We'll have to find a way to distract him, or we'll never get our disguise. I hate to cause civil disorder again, but he doesn't seem to be too occupied with fixing anything. Maybe we should find a way to keep his hands busy? Let's look around.
Well, I have been carrying a brick in my inventory for a while now. I'm just saying.
Yikes! That was flashier than I expected. Hurry! We don't want to be caught standing here.
Finally got to throw a brick. It's just what I always wanted.
They should let us right past now. Great idea.
Well, you're the one who thought of
Grab
it.
that clipboard, the very symbol of bureaucratic authority.
I'm a maintenance worker, Turing. I don't have bureaucratic authority.
Hey, what's going on outside? I thought I heard a bang.
Yeah, some asshole threw a brick at the sign.
Huh? Yeah, okay. Are you new? Not sure I've seen you around here before.
Sure, I just got
I'll need to see
hired.
your badge. This is a secure building.
Do you want to explain data loss to my boss?
Guess not. Whatever. Maybe get some coffee before you bite someone else's head off?
Let's move.
That'd actually be nice. I haven't had coffee yet today. The purple pillar periodically pulses in a needlessly ominous way.
Well, we got past the receptionist, but we still don't possess the credentials to bypass this door that they expect us to have. Let me take a look. This is an Insect Model 1385 automatic security and fire door. Voice controls, biometric scanning, and remote user access. I would have went with the 1355. No voice controls, but still a nice unit. I think I can bypass this. Maybe not as easily as your apartment door, but easily enough.
Can you leave my apartment door out of this, please?
Distract the receptionist for a moment, could you?
Sure. Hey, buddy. I have a gun. Oh. You told me to distract him, so why not?
You need something?
Did you check your cameras to see if any were blown by the surge?
Sure. Give me a second. Huh? Did you hear that? Something else must be on the fritz. Anyway, the cameras are all fine. Let me know if you need anything else.
Thanks.
There, we're in. The clock's ticking. We should be able to use one of the terminals here, and I'll be able to crack the local security myself. However, I need the password to get on the network and find where the source code lies. According to anecdotal evidence on the mesh, humans do have difficulty remembering their passwords and often place reminders for themselves. Maybe there's a clue somewhere nearby.
Does this mean I get to go pixel hunting? The legs of the desk are welded to the floor. Sadly, there will be no high-pitched metal-on-metal screeching sound. Try to contain your disappointment. According to the nameplate, this desk belongs to one AP. There are many desks like it, but this one is theirs.
This setup is what someone would use if they were trying to crack an old phone rather than upgrade ROM parts. There it is. Good eye. I thought that would have been harder.
Yeah, I kinda did too.
The password is...
Just in case. Gonna take a picture of that. So that if I have to have that remembered for anything, I'll already have it on hand.
It's asking for the password. Go ahead and plug it in.
It's a good thing I did that. Now I just have to pull the picture up again. A23 N87 16H4. Where am I going?
That's it.
Hurrah!
We're in.
Success!
Tomcat gave me an icebreaker program that will keep the VIs off of us while we search. I've had enough time to go over Hayden's data cache files, so maybe I'll be able to find what I'm looking for easier. We should have plenty of time before someone will know something is wrong. Just play it safe. Okay, I managed to get all the surface level data.
Yay.
Shoot! The VI stopped me halfway in. We've been noticed, but not caught. Alright, although I was able to get a decent chunk of my source code, there's still a lot of it that's behind some heavy security. The VIs want authentication with some sort of glyph. Let me load it up. Key ID, I see. It wants us to combine different glyphs to create a full image. I have to keep the icebreaker going so we don't get discovered. You'll have to handle this part.
Okay.
Just study the prompt glyph that appears on the right side and click the correct squares to recreate it with different parts.
Okay, I can probably figure that out.
It looks like there's 5 locks we need to break through within 180 seconds.
That I might have a little more trouble with.
This is our one chance to capture my full source code. This is make or break it. I believe in you. It's your time to shine.
Thanks, Turing.
Ready? I'm starting it. Here we go.
Here we go. Oh. Invalid pattern.
Keep trying. Just click the 4 glyphs that make up the image on the right.
Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay. Oh, they changed the glyph. Damn it.
Let's keep trying.
Ooh. I don't know. Maybe?
Come on.
Okay. Success. No, that one's wrong. Fuck.
Ooh, we're running out of time.
Oh, that one. You son of a...
We're running out of time.
I know, Turing.